Fellow FPL managers, my team is in big trouble. Let's take a look. Well guys, Chris Wood scores again, and as a Chris Wood non-owner, I want to claim bad luck, but it's clearly evident now that Chris Wood is just currently one of the best players in the world. And apparently, a lot of people realise that because they kept him in their team, so fair play to you lot for realising this was going to happen to Chris Wood. I personally don't know how you did it. I've had Mateta, who's kind of kept up with Chris Wood, but he's only ever kept up with Chris Wood, and because the rest of my team sucks, it's not really gotten me anywhere. It's just kind of kept my head above the water, so yeah, I'm still not happy about it. So, but, you know, thank God I have Mateta in my team because I don't know what I would do if I didn't. The main issue really lies within a different Crystal Palace player. I'm not going to name names, but some players in this team simply cannot get returns, and I don't know why, because they're getting the underlying data, they're getting the good fixtures, but for some reason they don't want to get any points. And you know, as for why, it just goes over my head. You know, I'm not too sure. And as much as I dislike his mainly side guys, he's not going anywhere because I don't base my decisions based off what's happened in the past. I base my decisions off what's going to happen in the future, and I know his mainly side is just destined to cook me up some FPL points in the near future. I just do see it coming. So he's not going anywhere, guys. I'm too stubborn to sell him, okay? He is going to get me some returns. I'm also annoyed at my two new signings in Kluivert and Kirkez, playing the worst team the Premier League has seen in several years, and they got 7 points in total. I mean, come on, guys, what's going on there? And Emery, my other new signing, didn't do much either. He got 4 points against Ipswich. Guys, I don't know what to say. I've made some bad decisions. There was only a few bright lights in this team, a few shining stars in Gabriel, in Trent and in Mateta, and even their scores weren't that high. I can't be mad because the Trent points were insanely lucky. I actually do feel bad for everyone that doesn't own Trent, because that Trent clean sheet would have hurt the man. He didn't deserve it. Wolves really should have won that game. If we're being honest, Liverpool got absolutely dominated by Wolves. And Gakpo was also a fairly low ownership striker I needed to get me over the line for a green arrow, but he decided it was a good idea to not turn up to the Wolves game, which I kind of expected already. I kind of wanted him to at least be on the bench. Now I'm worried he's not even going to play the Aston Villa game, and I'm going to get Mazraoui points off the bench, which is just only 2 points. Guys, I need more than that. I keep getting small red arrows. I want some big green arrows. So Gakpo, do me a solid and please, please play the next game. As of right now, I have gone from 120k overall to 135k overall, roughly. If I want to get a green arrow, guys, I need a lot of specifics, okay? Whatever Salah does, it doesn't matter to me because everybody's got him captain. He doesn't affect my rank. I really need Emery and Gakpo to do well, and I need Arne Slot to fail. That isn't too much to ask for. I hope maybe, just maybe, Emery beats Liverpool 2-1. You know, gets nearly 20 points. Huge differential win. And hopefully Gakpo scores that 1 goal. I also forgot, I need Morgan Rogers to fail as well. Morgan Rogers L is needed. I cannot have Morgan Rogers do well because his ownership is as high as Chris Wood's. I really don't need him getting any points. So guys, let's look at the current team. On our way to the next game week, it seems we've taken a wrong turn and ended up in red fixture avenue. Guys, a lot of my players are playing tough games. I mean, I did debate putting Aston Villa away as a grey fixture, but ultimately, I believe it's a red fixture because Aston Villa's home record is insanely good. With that being said, they drew 1-1 to Ipswich, who had 10 men, so maybe they're not as good as they used to be, but either way, the underlying data tells me they're a much better team at home, so I'm saying they're a red fixture when you play them away. With all these red fixtures, it looks like I'm in a bad spot. I've got 1.5 million in the bank and I've got 1 free transfer after using all 3 of my free transfers on what turned out to be dead weight. So with all my players playing tough games, having these red fixtures, it looks like I'm in a bad spot. But with a lot of these players in my team not being able to get scores, not being able to get points in the green fixtures, the easy games, it can only mean they're destined to get me points in the hard games. I mean, I believe it's an incredibly logical way of looking at things, guys. I cannot think of any other reason as to why they've not been getting me points. The plan with this team was to use all the free transfers I had up until game week 29 to sell players who don't play in game week 29, so I wouldn't have to use my free hit and I could field a full 11 with only a -4. And I've not taken a hit all season, so it was hard to even admit I'd have to take one -4. But now both my goalkeepers simultaneously decided it was a good time to just hand in their resignation and stop playing for the rest of the season. I need a new goalkeeper, so I'm going to have to take a -8 to field a full 11 in game week 29, which hurts the soul, guys. It makes me unhappy, but I've got no other option. I can't run around here with 10 men for the next 5 or 6 game weeks. And you could ask me why I'm not selling any of my outfield players for an extra hit. You know, maybe they're worth getting rid of now, because some of these guys do blank in game week 29, the Crystal Palace players, the Newcastle players, the Liverpool players. The thing is, guys, these players, their game week 27 and game week 28 is really good, and I'm talking every single one of them. So we're going to have to take the L for this game week. Although with FPL, usually when I think I'm about to have a bad game week, my team all of a sudden gets a really, really big green arrow. I mean, I wouldn't complain if that happened again, okay? You know, guys, if you want to pop off, okay? Get me some points, because I need them. Captaincy is difficult this game week, guys. Currently, I've got it on Salah, but I'm going to do a video analysing each captaincy candidate for the next game week, and the only options are going to be Salah, Isak, plus a Bournemouth midfielder, because I think that's going to be a good differential shout. So stay tuned for that one coming in the next few days. So I need a new goalkeeper, guys. I've got 1.5 million in the bank. I can afford any goalkeeper in the game to last me up until my second wild card, which I'll be using, you know, game week 31 to game week 33. And the choice of goalkeeper is actually incredibly easy, because there's one defence in the Premier League which is levels above any other defence for the past couple seasons, and that is Arsenal, guys. You know, despite not having the most clean sheets this season, they're first for expected clean sheets and they're first for expected goals conceded, you know, quite a way above everybody else. The only team that gets kind of close is Liverpool. The reason Arsenal don't keep many clean sheets, you know, having 12 expected clean sheets and only 9, is because they concede from low expected goal scenarios. And I don't think that's due to bad goalkeeping. I think it's due to just worldies going in the opposing team's only chance of the game. It's been quite unlucky for people that have owned double Arsenal defence so far. And now I want to jump on the Arsenal defence. I'm hoping they stop getting unlucky and they can convert these expected clean sheets to actual clean sheets. Also, if you ever want to see something funny, just look at teams' expected clean sheets compared to how many clean sheets they actually have. You know, Forest are out here with 8.3 expected clean sheets and 10 clean sheets all season. Then you have Aston Villa and Fulham with more expected clean sheets than Forest, but they have a combined total of 7 clean sheets across the entire season, and I don't really know how to explain that one. I mean, it can only be down to Matt Sells being an absolute legend, or Leno and Martinez just being bad goalkeepers. I don't know which one it is. For some reason, these guys just literally cannot convert their expected clean sheets into actual clean sheets. So the goalkeeper I want is obviously David Raya. I can either sell Fabianski, I can sell Sanchez, but I want to sell Sanchez because I may as well keep the extra money in the bank. There's no point selling Fabianski. With the double Arsenal defence, it's an annoying transfer to make because goalkeeper transfers are awful, but it's an exciting move at the same time because double Arsenal defence is a differential. Not a lot of people have it, so it means if Arsenal do keep a clean sheet, it's going to massively benefit my rank. The only frustrating thing is Sanchez was about to play home to Southampton and home to Leicester in game week 27 and game week 28. Guys, David Raya does not play home to Southampton or home to Leicester. Instead, he has a fairly tough fixture run. But I believe Arsenal can keep a clean sheet against any team in the league, so it doesn't bother me too much. But I am quite hopeful they can keep a clean sheet against West Ham, because West Ham are not on great form at the moment at all. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think of my transfer decisions. It's boring as hell. I know. I hate making goalkeeper transfers, but this could be more of an opportunity than a loss. You know, for all I know, Chelsea could concede to both Southampton and Leicester in game week 27 and game week 28. If you guys did make it this far, you are greatly appreciated, and I will see you all in the next one.